in this 1-minute overview, we're looking at this knife. This is the Kershaw Injection 3.5. And this is a Todd Rexford design. He did both this, which is the larger version with about a 3.5-inch blade, and a smaller version. So if you do need a knife that's a little bit smaller than 3.5-inch blade, there is a about 3-inch version. But I went with the larger version because I tend to like knives in this size range. And this is a knife that I believe is discontinued now, but I've always been interested in it because I think it's such a great looking design. So you can see that it has really classic drop point style blade, and then a nice simple handle. And if you watch my videos, you know that I really appreciate a simple handle because I think that simple handles tend to be more ergonomic. And that's true for this one. So I easily get a 4-finger grip on this knife, and it feels good in the hand, both kind of a hammer grip, this kind of grip, pinch grip, and even if for some reason you needed a reverse grip, feels good in the hand like that also. Now you can see that it has not too deep carry clip. A little bit of the handle would stick out, but I'm going to see if some of Kershaw's deep carry clips fit on this knife. And then it has a little bit of kind of styling on the handle, some milling on the G10, so it gives it a little bit of a nice look. Otherwise the G10 is pretty smooth. It's not really a peel ply G10. It's a liner lock. It's a stainless steel liner lock, and you can see that it's a pretty thick lock bar. So it's going to be a strong lock, and you can see that it locks up about 60%, so it's not going to slide off of that lock face. And it came with perfect lockup, no blade play at all, front and back, or even when unlocked side to side. But even with that, it's really smooth. It came from Kershaw, drop smooth, so that's nice. It's a little off center, but I'd rather a knife, if it was off center, be off center towards the non-clip side. It's relatively easy to open with these thumb studs. These thumb studs are kind of interesting. They're different than any other thumb studs I've seen from Kershaw. They're pretty big, and I have had my thumb kind of slip off of them, but in general they're pretty easy to open the knife with, and again, it's easy to close the knife one-handed also. This knife has a really heavy bead blast finish on the blade and the liners, and I'll be interested to see how that affects rust resistance, because like most Kershaw knives made in China, this is an 8CR13 MOV steel blade, which doesn't have the best rust resistance, but for a really budget friendly knife like this, it's a fine steel. I got this knife with a discount for under $15, but you should be able to find it for under $20, or at least under $25. And even at that price, I think because it is such a really classic looking and also utilitarian design, it's a good knife for the price. And again, this is the Kershaw Todd Rexford Injection 3.5.